Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
Today, I have the wonderful task of reinforcing all of these rafters. It's not going to be fun, but it is necessary. They're very undersized. They are old 3x6, 2.5 inches wide by 5.25 inches deep. They span 32 inches apiece, which if you know anything about structural framing or structural engineering, that is way too big of a span over a 16-foot span. So it's a 16-foot span and 32 inches between each board. It is not structurally sufficient. The old cedar rafters are sagging pretty bad. I got a pretty decent plan on what I'm going to do. I'm going to sister in 2x8s on each existing rafter, and I'm going to install a 2x8 in between each existing rafter, so they will be 2x8s at 16 inches on center. It'll be a lot better than it is, and I'm going to use rafter hangers on either side. It's going to be a little wonky because of size restrictions because of the wall, but I'm gonna make it work. And the first part of doing that is I gotta get this area cleaned up. So I'm gonna clean up all my work area over here from the stuff I've been doing the past few days, and then I gotta get all this stuff out of the way because I gotta strip that wall down so that I can access the bearing point over there for the rafter hangers. So yeah, gonna be cleaning today. Sweatier than any man has a right to be after just cleaning up, but it is Florida in here and out there. You got all this area prepped to move stuff in here out of the way so we can do that structural beam restoration out here. Gonna be repairing these, so now we gotta move all this stuff out of the way. All right, that one wasn't the camera's fault. I just wasn't recording anything. We kind of got a bunch of stuff moved out from this area. Still got a lot to go, obviously, but we're just moving the mess from one area to another so we can work on stuff. All right, everything is moved and relatively cleaned up. Kind of reorganized some stuff over here. So I guess I'm gonna start ripping some of this stuff down and see what we got. I really just need to be able to get to the top of the tie beam for the top of the block wall here because I need to see how the joist hanger is gonna fit. I'm gonna have to kind of finagle something. It's not gonna be perfect, but it's gonna be better than it is now, I'll tell you that much. All right, that's all I'm doing for tonight. I got a good idea of what the top of this thing looks like. I also redneck some outlets back in to place. Don't do that at home. It's all temporary stuff. If you know what you're doing, typically you can break the rules, but I still don't recommend it. But anyway, yeah, this is what it looks like. Drako's coming over again this weekend, and that's when we're going to put in the actual structural components. So be back another day. Stopping point. All right, I'm back working on these joists, rafters, beams, whatever you want to call them. I'm about to go to Lowe's and pick up some sample stuff. I got a couple of different ideas. I'm going to have to figure out what works. The geometry of the bearing points is going to be the big sticking point. So I got to figure out something that's going to allow me to get in a deeper structural member while still bearing adequately on both of the supporting walls. And obviously it's still going to rely, at least partially, on these existing rafters, but for the most part I'm going to try to take the weight off of those and add them to the new structural members, which is going to be way better. I've decided on 2x8s at 16 inches on center. We'll see how that works. If it doesn't work, we can go to 2x10. I'm going to go to Lowe's. I'm going to take the car hauler this time because I'm going to get a 16-foot board. Actually, I'm not. I'm just going to take the truck and strap it in like I did last time. Screw it. It'll be fine. Wish me luck. I got some tester boards and some tester straps. This is what the rigging setup looks like. Literally, I have 4 different ratchet straps to keep the board straight and dampen the vibration because I didn't want the board to get a real bad bend in it as I was going. But it worked really well. It was the second time I've done it like this. I've probably done it like this before. I just don't remember, but yeah, worked really good. So we made it. All right, now I got to make some sort of plan. I'll figure this out. Well, this is going to be a project. The geometry of every bit of this framing is not conducive to adding stiffer members to it. I got this one in. It's only bearing the same amount as the other one because I had to notch it. I was going to hang some joist hangers on it, but I haven't been able to find one that fits. I have some angle that's holding this one up a little bit additionally right now. I don't like how it is. I think I want to improve it. I'm also running into issues how I'm going to hang the center span board in the middle of these two on this side. I just don't know how that's going to work out or if I'll even be able to get a good bearing point on it. I might just notch it, sit it up on that top plate, do the same thing. I just got to find a good joist hanger for the bottom of it because I want the whole thing to bear on the wall, not just the notched part. That's not ideal. I mean, it bears up there on the plate and then just this bottom part is tapcon into the wall. That's not really what that angle is made for. That angle is made for more uplift, tension connection, not like compression. It'll work. Don't get me wrong. This thing will stand up forever. It's been here for 60 years already. I'm just trying to get rid of the sag and do it the right way. So yeah, I bought 3 boards today to do as a tester kit, and I bought some connectors that I thought were going to work. I don't like it though, so I'm going to return that. I'm going to keep the boards, probably keep doing what I've been doing because I like what I got going on here, but I just don't like the end connection and bearing points. So I got to figure out how to resolve that. So we'll see what happens. We're back to work. Drako is here. Gracie is here. Bean and Bubs are here. Miso is on the trash can. Macy's back there. I'm here. And the rafters are still here. And we have some boards. But we're going to start with putting these up. I have not figured out a better idea. So honestly, I think I'm just going to leave it how it is because it's going to be better than it was. Better than it was. I don't think I'm going to be sacrificing anything. It's definitely not making it worse. It's not making it as good as I want it to, but it's definitely better. We have 3 of them in place. Draco's putting the blocking in on the very last part, but honestly, I just decided to bear it, nail it, and then strap it onto the top plate. So I'm not going to do it like this anymore. I'm going to do it like this one, where there's a strapping to the top plate and it just bears like that, and it's nailed in all the way across. But it's working really well. We got one at a 16-inch mid-span. Everything's sistered in. It's going to be 100 times better than it was before. I'm certain of that. Because the ceiling was literally sagging probably like 4 to 5 inches in the center. Nothing worse than a sagging ceiling. So we're about to go to Lowe's and get the rest of the materials. See you in a minute. We unloaded all the wood onto the porch. We're not going to do anything else tonight because it's late and there's not a lot of light in the house at the moment. There's the trailer with the truck. You noticed I bought a drone. That footage has probably already been in here. It was pretty nifty. The wife and Draco's fiance are coming back with some pizza from Costco. We're going to ingest that. I'm going to work out. Then we're going to sleep, and probably we'll get done with that tomorrow pretty easily, I think. So we'll get all the joists fixed up. And then we might do the joist in the bedroom, or we will proceed with the electrical for that room. I haven't decided yet, but we'll determine that tomorrow. See you then. Good morning, beautiful lovelies. Back to hanging up rafter boards. I had to go get a suit altered this morning, and they moved all the things. I'm gonna have to move the camera because we got to take parts of this wall off. part of that AC off. Well, we've got 2 more boards done today already. Next board has come in. It's going pretty good. Blocking and strapping them all at the framing points. It's going to be a lot more rigid than it was before. No more sag. I will walk on the roof with confidence. All right. You are the government. We're going to take a break. This is how much we have done. Decent amount. We are going to take the dump trailer because it's full of stuff to the dump, eat some lunch, come back and keep working. We've made it back. I took drone footage of the dump. That was neat. We're getting the rest of the stuff down off this wall so we can continue on. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 10, 11 more boards to go. I forgot all about the patent pending stud straightener that I made when we were building the back. It's working well for this. It's literally just a bunch of 2x4s with leverage so you can untwist twisted boards. We just finished that for the day. We gotta do one more for this section, a little half span here. Otherwise we're done. Macy's doing some cleanup, Gracie's doing some cleanup. Me and Drako are admiring our work. We're also gonna do some cleanup here in a second. We're just taking a little break. But yeah, here's what it looks like. 2x8s, 16 inches on center, blocking, hurricane strapped and bearing on the load bearing walls. 10 times sturdier than it was in the past. All right, we cleaned, kinda, for the most part. I mean, we still got work to do tomorrow, but it's as clean as it's gonna get tonight. I didn't feel like doing a montage for that. I really just forgot to set the camera up. It looks nice though. Wood, hood. Look at all the hood. Drako hurt his neck a little bit. How do you feel?
As one would when getting something on the neck.
It's a piece of wood, workplace accident, fell on Draco's head and snapped his neck a little bit. Macy didn't know about it yet. Tis a new day. We are headed to Lowe's. We got to pick up one last board for this midspan area, get a couple other things, and then we'll probably move on to electrical, but I haven't decided yet. We'll figure that out when we come to it. We are back from Lowe's. I have my framing tool belt on because I forgot I had it. I didn't really forget I had it. Drako was using it yesterday, and he deconstructed it, but we bought Drako a new tool belt while we were at Home Depot. Lowe's, I always say Home Depot. So now he has a tool belt to use for his other escapades, not just for here. Ain't that pretty? Don't she just look like a brand new structure? I bet she feels like a brand new structure. I bet she can breathe. I bet the roots like... They're bringing the board in. We're gonna hang this last one in this midspan. Then we're probably actually going to hang the furring strips that we bought last weekend. in the bedroom in there because we got to do that before we run the electrical anyway. So, you know, one day at a time, one piece at a time, figuring it out. We had finished hanging the last board, and then we did some more stuff to stiffen up that wall because it was a little racky. We're gonna put fern strips on these walls now all the way around this room. We bought like 25 some odd boards. I don't know if we have enough or not. We just bought them one day. Figured I'd get 1 or 2 non-time-lapse shots of us shooting these powder-actuated nails. That's why we got the hearing protection on, because it's loud. They're little 22 rounds. Now it is. Let me shoot it, and then you can bend it. Yeah. Right. Good. We finished working for the day. Drako and I just took a quick eating break because it's like 2:30. We hadn't had lunch yet. It was really like 1:30 because time changed last night. But we're going to clean up in here. Gracie's using the shop vac right now. Got all the fern strips up and got the ceiling done this weekend. Been a good day. Thank you to Drako. Thank you to Macy. Thank you to Gracie. Thank you to Lowe's. Thank you to the guy that sold me the drone, Michael Smith. Shout out to that guy. He said he was going to follow me on YouTube, so shout out to you, Michael. All right, everything's clean. Kind of, I mean, you know, it's organized a little bit. But yeah, here's the fern stripples. The walkway, that's filled in now. This is all built. And that's all built. And Drako was a big help. Thank you, sir. Yeah.
Professional.
It's professional. I like it. It's funny, though, seeing like the juxtaposition of the new wood and the old wood. Interesting. All right, bye. I'll see you next time.